Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Claw with Creative Designs by Claudia. If you're new to the channel, I want to give you a great big welcome. I want to thank everyone for clicking that button to see what this video is all about. And today this video is about doing envelope towels. Envelope towels. Y'all, I came about this concept on Pinterest. I've been seeing these towels that's made like an envelope, and I said I never did that before, so hey, we finna try it today. So look, I got some ones that let me fix this bow. It's all squished up. I got some that I've already done, and they're made to look like an envelope, an open envelope. Okay, and this is with the Dove collection here, the little cookie, I call it the dessert Dove collection. And what I got in here is the body wash, a body scrub, and I feel why I got a little hole right there. I got to fix that. Some deodorant and the hand cream and a little bath mitten and the poof. Also, I have it in the Bodycology right here with the hand soap, the body wash. Basically, I feel like this concept is geared towards the body. Mostly all of our concepts are geared towards the body. But there's sometimes we just put lotion and sprays. But this here calls for some body wash. Things that's more dealing with the bath because it's a towel. Here's another one that I did in another Dove collection is with the pink towels. Okay. So you guys keep watching and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I put this together. All right, you guys, this is very quick. This is not a long process at all. And that's why one of the reasons why I really love it. So what you're going to need is a big old bath towel and a container, something kind of like in this type of shape to wrap it around. I tried to work this out with a circle container, something like a circle, and I really didn't like how that looked. I like this look a little bit better. And I used foam boards. Now, some people don't use foam boards in theirs, but if I want to make this shrink wrap ready, I got to use some foam boards. And if you don't want to shrink wrap yours and just do it in a cello wrap, you could get away without using the foam board. But you'll see in this video as I go along. Okay? And then, of course, you're going to need your items to go inside your gift. All right. So, it's all about how you fold your towel. Okay? Got to get that towel folded up right. Let me get y'all landed right. Okay? So we're going to just go with the square. Start off with that square shape of your towel. Make sure all the corners are lined up good. Okay. And then you'll take one corner, and go to the other corner. Okay. And try to get everything all neat. You can make, I've been trying to get this thing to line up completely, but you're not going to be able to get it to actually meet there all the time. Okay? But it's okay. Now you're going to take another end. Sorry. You're going to take this end and just come over to your other end. Other corner, per se. And then you should have a triangle like this. Okay? So I'm going to flip this over because I want this here part to be on the inside when I close everything up. Okay? All right. So from here, you would take your foam board and you would kind of open this up and get it right here into that corner. Okay, so to cut that, to cut your foam board and give it this type of shape, this size of foam board is a 8 by 12. Okay, so you just kind of mark up to 12 inches. Go from here up to 12 inches. And then you just make your point. Just get your point and then go on down. Come down with your line till you get to that. And then you go down. It's like you making, it's not a triangle, but it's just making something to fit off inside the towel. And you make sure you got your point, because that's what mainly we really need it for, to hold its shape. Okay? And when you get through cutting it out, it's going to be looking like this. Mine's is kind of crooked, but that just lets you know it ain't got to be perfect. Okay? So it's going to be an 8 by 12. All right? Okay? Y'all can see this good. Sorry about that. And then close it back up. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just going on this end here and looking at what I got. You got an opening right here, okay? So to keep this from busting back open, you could just get you some packing tape, or you can get your tag gun. And in this case, my tag gun, I got to get some more of those little plastic things that are off inside of it that'll fit this, because this is a lot to go through with my tag gun. I have one of the mini tag guns. So I just take this little roll of tape here, and this is some good packing tape, and I just put it right there, and it actually holds it together. And I just mash it on down there, get it, you know, where it really touching it. Okay, now turn this back around. Make sure that your foam board is all the way in there and it's not coming down to there, because if so, you're going to have a little problem. Okay. All right. So from here, now you can take your container and set it in there and just come and bring it around like this. And then take this end and bring it around to this end. And then it's going to sit up like that. Okay? So, to get this secured and to stay together, I've seen where they use pins, but this is a real thick towel. Let me see if I can do it with the pin. If I can do it with the pin, then I won't go use this other way of keeping this closed. My pen worked, but I'm going to still use another way. We'll let that hold that temporarily. But I'm going to go ahead with me some fishing line. You're not going to be able to see this fishing line because we're going to cover the base part of this up with some ribbon. Okay. So I just get my fishing line wire. And you can, and if you don't have any fishing line wire, you can use some curly ribbon. Get you some strong curling ribbon. Something like, you know, that. And put on there. Some that won't break. Because some of that curling ribbon, when you pull it too tight, it breaks. So I'm just going to take this and just get me a secure grip on this container. Secure tie. I don't want it to be loose at all. Okay. Once my knots stop move, once my curling ribbons fishing line stop moving, then I'm good to tie it off. All right. Now I'm just adjusting this to make sure that this can sit alone without this here interfering with it sitting down. And usually once you put everything in here, it'll be okay anyway. So this got a nice little stiff point. So when I get ready to shrink wrap it, it's not going to squish it down and everything. It will still look like it's holding its envelope shape. Okay? All right. So now we just fill this in. I'll be right back. All right. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and put my ribbon that I want to use on here. Okay. And that is going to cover my fishing line wire, and it'll cover your pen as well. You use whatever ribbon you want to. So I'm matching my towel, and of course you know now everything is going to be dealing with purple. So I'm just going to take it like this here. Now this is how I'm doing mine. You can do yours any kind of way that you want to. I like to get my ribbon secured on here real tight, pulling everything real tight. And I get me some glue. I put some hot glue on this, kind of get it to where it don't come loose. Now you got to make sure the hot glue don't bleed through this ribbon and get onto that towel. So I'm going to lift it up a little bit and hold it while it's drying. Okay. It's looking like that so far. And I'm trying to decide if I want to put me an extra. No, you can't really even see that. I was going to use this, but you can't really see it. So I'm going to get me another. You could just go with this just like this, and then you put your little bow right across here. But I think I want something else to make this pop a little bit more. Be right back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this little dark purple in there. And just wrap it on around here. I keep telling myself, quit cutting it too short. I'm going to use my staple gun for this because I'm going to hide this anyway. All right. And then I'm just going to go with some cute little flowers. You could put a bow right there. You could do whatever you want. And I'm trying to see which one I want to go with. This may fly. That may fly. Just put that down in there. Actually, it'll look good when it's shrink wrapped. Let me see if I can connect it a little bit better, so it won't be so loosey-goosey. And I'm just imagining myself shrink wrapping and what that'll look like. Okay. All right, we're going to go with that. That's a little easy fix. All right, so I've had a whole bunch of things sitting over here to the right, to my left. And I was kind of playing with a little something to see which one I want to use. I am going to go with some of this eye mask, sleep mask, and this little makeup pearl puffs. And I'll just put them back here in the back. But first, let me put some tissue paper down. Cover up this ugly brown. That brown is doing something to my eyes. Even though it's not going to be seen. But that packing paper, let's just make this look a little more nicer, Claudia. There we go. Put that in. Get that in that way. Kind of put a little tape on the bottom. Probably ain't even necessary by the time you get through putting everything in here. Then let me make sure, yeah. And then I go with this here Bath and Body Works stuff. Jesus. All right. And then I bought some of this here Berry Groovy. It's a body and face serum. I got that from Dollar Tree, y'all. I bought a whole case of these. I told myself after I bought it, now, Claudia, should you have bought all that many? It's just, I just love the way it looks, y'all. So before I put that in there, I'm going to put my poof in first. And then I'm going to kind of let it sit on top of that poof and get it taped down. Put a little tape on the back and get it taped to that. And I got my cute little flower here that I got from Hobby Lobby recently. I love these flowers, y'all. I keep saying I wished I had bought more of these. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. But I really love them. And I'm just going to kind of like do a little rolling with it. I'm not going to even cut this. Roll it and put it somewhere. Let's see, where we're going to get this. Where can this fit? Can we get it right there? It's hiding up everything, Claudia. I tell you, you have a mind to do something, and after a while you realize, that ain't working. I would like to have this flower. Okay, we got it going. There it is. You fuss around with it long enough, you'll get it. Now, let's get this little leaf looking right. I don't want the coils to be showing too much, so I got to try to tuck that up in there. Okay, so y'all, this is it. I'm going to go ahead and give this a nice little shrink wrap in. I'm just fumbling around with stuff now. I got that cute bow. Find something to do with it. Okay. All right. I'm going to shrink wrap this, and I will be right back. Okay, so my bag is like an 18 size, 18 by 36. You can even get away with a 17 or maybe even a 15 by 36. Okay, so I got everything in here, and it's kind of a little big. So I'm just going to just kind of go back here and see how it's going to shrink everything. And right now, it's going to pull all that in like that. It's not going to hold that like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to come back in here and do some taping. I'll be so quick to go ahead and shrink wrap it and move it to the next till I don't prep it right. And one thing about when you shrink wrap, you got to prep your items in here correctly that they don't do too much moving. And I make sure you use a glue dot. It just make you have to work harder when you get ready to actually do the shrink wrap itself. You got to hold items. We do that anyway, but okay. So I want to make sure that this puff is showing. And let me get this here. See if I can tape this to this. All right. Now I'm just going to gather in the back and come on up to this little point. Okay, it is done. I should have fluffed my flower out a little bit more. And that is the finishing touches on our envelope tile gift concept. Okay, you guys, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And I want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end, please have a nice night, morning, noonday, or whatever time it is in your world. Bye-bye.